Hi everyone, this is Fatima. So we have another literary text, which is Psalm 23. So Psalm 23 often just referred to as "The Lord is my shepherd." It is the most well-known of all psalms, and it is revered by Christians and Jews alike. So according to the tradition, of all the psalms were written by King David, so one of the earliest kings, aka the guy with the slingshot who took out Goliath. So he is the king of Israel. He reigned from around 1050 to 1015 before Christ. So in other words, it is a really long time ago. So before we go to the summary, so let's watch this video first.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I am his, and he knows me by name and loves me as his very own. He watches over me day and night, and he provides everything I need. I will never live in want, for my shepherd lives to care for me. Nothing shall separate me from his love, and his love goes on forever. In kindness and mercy, he leads me to beautiful green fields and quiet, still waters. He restores my soul with forgiveness when I fall, with courage when I am weak, and with comfort when I am sad. By his love he leads me to desire all that is right, and I am moved to adore him because of his grace. What a blessing it is to be led by my shepherd. In steady confidence and bold courage, I walk through a valley that shadows death. I will not stay in this dark place, because it is only a passage that leads to greater things. There is no danger here that can hold me or destroy me, so I will not be afraid. My shepherd is with me, and if my shepherd is for me, none can stand against me. With the authority of a king, he carries his rod and staff and uses them to protect me from all harm. Vicious enemies threaten my life. Darkness sometimes confuses and frightens me, and at times I am distracted and dangerously wander off the path. But when I see him, I take comfort in his strength, and I am restored by his mercy. I may stumble, but my shepherd will not let me fall. He prepares a table before me, a complete feast of every good thing. Although the enemy seeks to steal, kill, and destroy, I am not afraid, because the great shepherd promises me life. I will not be robbed of his blessings. He will grant me his blessings no matter how difficult the day or how fearsome the enemy. The good shepherd never grows weary, and I know I can rely on his strength. He anoints my head with the oil of healing and protection, and with it, he marks me as his own. If I am sick, he will make me well. If I am tired, he will give me strength. He lifts me up by his mighty power. On this journey from pastures to gentle streams, and from dark valleys to abundance and back, I am never left alone. My shepherd is with me. His favor and his mercy will follow me every single day of my life, when at last we will arrive at his magnificent home in his perfect kingdom, where I will enjoy his blessings forever. Yes, I will live with my good shepherd forever and ever.
So this is the summary of Psalm 23. The Lord God acts as a shepherd to the speaker, so he makes sure that the speaker isn't lacking any necessities. The Lord takes the speaker to peaceful and relaxing places, like green fields and calm waters. He also tends to spiritual well-being, making sure that the speaker stays on the right path. The speaker walks through the valley of the shadow of death, but he doesn't need to be afraid. The Lord will continue to protect him like a shepherd protects his sheep. So even when his enemies are at hand, the speaker can enjoy a fine banquet thanks to the generosity of the Lord. He lives in abundance, even luxury with rich oils, and more wine than his cup at handle. So this happy state of affairs will continue for the rest of the speaker's life and beyond. He doesn't ever plan to leave the protection of his host and shepherd. So the plot of Psalm 23. So it is a song of gratitude to a loving God in this painful world. In this ancient poem, a speaker asserts their faith in God as their protector, the shepherd, who both guides and blesses them. To this speaker, God's goodness means that they have nothing to fear. Whatever happens to them, God will be with them. So the genre of this poem is pastoral poem. So the classical pastoral poem is about the good life of being a shepherd in the hills, far from the worries of urban life. So they are filled with images of calm or domesticated nature. So it is different from romantic nature poem because it might have images of violent storms, tossing waves, and wild winds. So the pastoral poem are more calmer. So the green pastures and still waters of line 2 are quite typical. So the difference between the Psalm 23 and the other pastoral poems you might have read is that it is written around 1,000 years ago, so when pretty much everyone led a pastoral life. So Psalm 23 doesn't have rhyme scheme like the other biblical psalms, but the rhythm of this is like a lot of rap songs. So Psalm 23 uses simple sentences structure that can be repeated over and over to build a sense of rhythm. For example, is He make, He'll lead, He restore, I shall not want, I will fear no evil, my cup runneth over. So the psalm is made up of phrases that pair up very well with one another because they have a similar sound. So the figure of speech of this poem is that the shepherd, Psalm 23, has two major extended metaphors. So the first is the analogy between the Lord or the God and as a shepherd and the guy who herds sheep. So an extended metaphor, it is just a metaphor that continues for more than just one line or phrases in the poem. So it's woven throughout several lines or sometimes the whole poem. The metaphor comparing the Lord to a shepherd appears in the first 4 lines of the psalm. So the big point of the metaphor is that the Lord looks after and nurtures his flock, and the speaker is part of the flock. And that's all. Thank you.